I've been pretty vocal that Canada's healthcare system has major problems, and so does the US. But apparently the problems are bigger elsewhere. So I headed down to Mexico to see, what is international medicine really like? We got off the plane, was greeted by CJ, and thankful to have a guide here. The car was nicer than expected, and the drive was kind of fine, kind of normal, but I think we're gonna uncover some things. We got to the hotel, which admittedly is pretty nice, but they took our bags and took us up to the roof. I don't know, it's nice here, but I'm a bit worried that they have our bags. CJ says it's okay here. But I think it'll get a little bit hairier in a bit. So we made our way around the market, headed off to lunch, we drove there. Then we walked from lunch to the bakery, which was about a 20-minute walk, and everything kind of seems fine. I think we might see a different side of things when we go to the medical side. That must be a little bit more dodgy. But for the moment, I just see people sort of hanging out, and normal bakeries, nice parks. We're gonna go over there and go for a bit of a walk. So for the meantime, I feel safe. So I guess we're off to a pretty good start. We haven't seen everything yet, but transportation was good, park was cool, lunch was good. Everything feels fine so far. Hotel is great, but this has all been arranged for me. A little bit of special treatment. Tomorrow, we go to the hospitals and get to the real meat on the bone. So I've been brought here to the hospital. This is called Hospital Ángeles, and it looks fine. I've agreed to undergo a battery of tests. We're gonna do cardio tests. I've got my blood work done, and yeah, we're gonna check out my heart. So this is the hospital, and it looks okay. It looks fine. It's in a nice area. There's really nice buildings around and stuff. It's becoming less remarkable than I thought it would be, to be honest. And I look forward to what's happening inside and see what the doctors have in store.
It's a very special study because we know about your heart, but in there's a different condition because you need to do exercise. Then we take a ultrasound about your heart. We compare this study with another study of CTP that is very important for your assessment in your heart.
All right, shirt off?
Yes, please.
Is that just for me or is that everyone?
for everyone. See that your heart is good, but I think the more important is the assessment about your pulmonary condition.
Okay.
But I think it's good.
Okay. Okay. Now you can see everything from chamber size to ejection fraction
Yeah.
to wall thickness.
Your wall, your
Regional wall abnormalities or
Is there anything you look at when you see my heart and go, that's an athlete, or just sort of looks normal to you?
que si hay algo
Yeah.
the thickness. Your wall, the thickness of the heart, it's a little bit, slightly more than in a normal person.
But nothing that you would say is extraordinary.
No. I think it's about your condition, about your sport, but not all.
More of the things that you can see is like the parameters that you achieve on your gas test.
Right, and we need to look at that first before we can say anything about it, right?
Yeah, it's like the complete assessment.
Cool. Amazing. Good stuff. Well, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
It's it's very important to me to not die for my family. So we're going into an office now with one of the doctors.
Yes, sir. This is actually our sports specialist, and you'll be meeting with Dr. Jareth.
Okay. And Dr. Jareth went to school in Mexico?
Dr. Jareth went to school in Mexico and also internationally. He
Okay.
has about 4 advanced degrees at this moment.
Right. Is that normal for a Mexican doctor?
Very common, very common.
Right. So they go other places as well.
Hey, Dr. Jareth. Mitchell, Dr. Jareth.
Hi. Good to meet you.
Is it?
This is really nice.
It is.
It's beautiful.
The view is.
Right. So, I mean, I've come here from Canada. I want to investigate your medical system a little bit because we hear so much about Tijuana, bad boob jobs, difficult, but this hospital, it doesn't seem like that. It doesn't seem dangerous. So why do we have that perception?
I think there are really scary stories about patients from U.S. coming to Tijuana and all that kind of stuff, but it's not really how Mexico works. Mexico is a really diverse place. We have many hospitals. We have international hospitals that compete with Mayo Clinic, with Johns Hopkins, with one of the best hospitals in the whole world. And we got certification from all around the world for the quality of our attention.
Okay, so is it fair to say that there's a large discrepancy between the best hospitals and the worst hospitals in Mexico?
That's right, yeah. In the whole world, there are great hospitals. In the whole world, there are not that great hospitals. But what we're trying to make here in Mexico are doing the best hospitals in the best regions so we can treat the most patients we can.
Right, so how do you know if you're in a good hospital?
Normally, because of the certifications we got, for example, this hospital, Hospital Ángeles Lomas, already has the Joint Commission certificate, which few hospitals in the whole world got it, which determines the quality of attention here on the hospital. We also had the best doctors that went in a lot of courses from all around the world to get the best experience and the best treatment for the patients.
So the certification that this hospital has, what's it called?
Joint Commission certification.
Joint Commission.
That's right.
How many hospitals in the world would have that?
Here in Mexico, only 3 hospitals. In the US, I think it gets into a few hundreds, but there are too few hospitals because of the requirements that it needs.
Sure, cool. So as you can tell, maybe I'm not investigating the world's most dangerous medical system, and maybe things here are actually pretty good. In America and in Canada, we all agree the medical system is terrible, and it's time to do something about that. And trying to do it from the inside out is a worthwhile cause that I will continue to try. But providing another option where there's a safe hospital with qualified doctors giving things at a fraction of the price immediately is mind-blowing. To a Canadian thinking that you can get an MRI same day, you can get a CT scan within 3 days, it almost doesn't make sense. We almost don't want to believe it because what we're led to believe is that we have the best medical care in the world, and it's just not true. It's not quick, it's not convenient. If you're dying, it might be okay, but if you want to be healthy, you want to be pain-free, there are other options. So this video is brought to you by Medicare, a company that I co-founded with CJ, who is my expert safety guide while I'm here. And what we're going to do is take people from America and Canada, bring you to Mexico, provide you with a translator, with transportation, with recommendations from our doctors to take you to our hospitals that have been vetted by our doctors so that you can get the same experience that I'm getting now. We're now going to take you through some of the assessments that I'm getting that I want to do for my health, make sure that my heart is okay. I'm going to get cleared for World's Strongest Man and show you some of the facilities that they have. And maybe you'll recognize that these things are not near as dangerous, not near as scary, not even remotely scary as we might be led to believe. We walked around the parks, we walked around Mexico City to show that it's literally like every other American city. Now, if you want to check out Medicare, the link is down below. We help with all sorts of medical procedures. And again, first and foremost is the safety and efficacy of these procedures from the clinicians to you. One favorite stat that I have at this hospital that I'm sitting in right now, the complication of orthopedic surgeries is 1.1%, which is about a quarter of the average complication rate in America.
All right, amazing. That's perfect. That's amazing. No pain here? Have you ever had any pain? Mitchell, we want to know some things about your body because when you are doing this kind of exercise, this kind of moves, your back can be at risk, your shoulders can be at risk, your knee as well. So we want to assess you in the best way we can do it. We want to know that your muscles are fine, your joints are fine. There's a lot of weight in what you do. So if your joints are not fine, if you have some kind of muscle injury or maybe ligament injury, you can be at risk. And something that we can I don't know, give you some kind of physical therapy, some kind of medicine before the exercise.
Generally speaking, in someone in my position going to compete at World's Strongest Man, what would be your largest concern in relation to my health when I go to compete?
All right, so there's many parts of your health that we can talk about. The first part, I think, we should be sure that your heart and every part of your heart and your blood vessels are fine, because we've seen in some sports that young people die from cardiac arrest, and that's because we didn't do some studies, some imaging, some questions to the patient, to the athlete. That's something I wouldn't like to happen. And another thing is the musculoskeletal part. I want you to be perfectly fine so you can lift weights. I mean, if you have a problem in your shoulder, in your knee, that concerns me as well, because if you have a serious injury, there's some injuries that can make you not do any exercise again in a professional form, right?
So we're in the lobby of the hospital in Mexico. To give some context of the hospitals in Canada, our food options in my hometown hospital, pizza, wings, and a bakery. Let's compare that with what we see down here. We start with a sandwich shop, coffee and sandwiches. They have their juices. There are places to sit, and it seems like a nice, enjoyable place to be, unlike a lot of Canadian hospitals. Then we have a restaurant, and this is where we just had lunch, where they have all sorts of food. Is it all the healthiest? No, but you can get full, proper meals, you can get healthy meals, and you can get good food and reasonable food. So you still have your normal Starbucks. But this, as a lobby of a hospital, is a completely foreign concept to me, when a year ago, I thought that Canada had the best medical system in the world, and there's nothing about that rings true. Now, to be clear, I'm not advocating that every hospital in Mexico is better than every hospital in America and Canada, but what I am saying is the best hospitals in Mexico, to me, seem as good as the best hospitals in Canada and America, and statistically, it's there to back it up. That's why with Medicare, we're vetting the hospitals ourselves with our doctors to make sure that our patients come to places exactly like this, and that care and treatment is 100% safe, comfortable, effective, affordable, and luxurious. North American healthcare is messed up, and we've provided a solution. If you're ready to reach out to international options that are safe, effective, and exactly the same quality that you would get in America, go ahead, click the link down below, and you will speak to one of our doctors who will recommend the best thing for you and get you on your path to being seen, getting treated, and feeling better.